In the world of hip-hop, beefs have escalated to unfathomable heights. The biggest artists in the music industry square off with each other while record sales soar. Even with the knowledge of how violent some of these beefs can become, artists sensitive to the criticism and aware of how that criticism can affect their bottom line strike out on record or by other means.
7th century Arabia? A few local groups have set up in the area, but an up-and-coming MC with fire rhymes and a secret ghostwriter has the town talking. A man by the name of Muhammad has secretly been gaining fans, and now he's ready to go mainstream. With the help of a ghostwriter, Jibril, Muhammad had a rhyme book to rival any MC. The word spread through the local scene till it reached the ears of Al-Nadir bin al-Harith, a local lyrical assassin. Al-Nadir, never afraid of a freestyle battle, turned up at one of Muhammad's corner ciphers. Al-Nadir heckled and told the crowd Muhammad's bars were all cap.
Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you. You got better gear and couldn't styling on me. Plus the cowl is on me. To act up and you'll fucking have to lay down.
This act embarrassed Muhammad and, more importantly, affected his pockets. When he wasn't dropping rhymes, Muhammad was dropping non-believers and robbing caravans. Many of Muhammad's associates had lengthy rap sheets, including his ghostwriter, Jibril. He was wanted for blowing into a woman's sleeve. It wasn't long before Muhammad and his hype men ran into Al-Nadir, and when they did, Muhammad had him killed. This was the first death in the Arabian Coast rap beef, but it wouldn't be the last. In that same raid that Al-Nadir had been captured, another promising artist who dared to badmouth the record label got punished. Uqba ibn Abu Mu'ayt was beheaded for dissing Muhammad. That's 2 bodies, and we're not done yet. And once you're on top, you will do anything to stay on top. Muhammad spread the word. You talk shit about the label, we coming for you. The next body to drop was that of an unnamed, one-eyed man who dropped a lil freestyle in front of Muhammad's associate. He was stabbed in his other eye, and Muhammad was pleased. The label ran on fear and violence. Forgiveness was not an option. As time went on, the label's influence on the city grew, and not for the better to the opinion of some. Abu Afak, a 120-year-old man, saw what was happening around him, went home and wrote the hottest diss since No Vaseline. Not being afraid of the consequences, Abu called out Muhammad's lyrical ability and told the crowd that he doesn't even write his own raps. Another rap battle lost, but what Muhammad was missing lyrically, he more than made up for it with the numbers in his crew. Think Lil Wayne, Young Money days. The green light was put on Abu, and not long after, the old man was murdered in his sleep. And the following day, Muhammad's people replied to a dead man's diss with one of their own, as the ultimate sign of disrespect. The bodies kept piling up. The boys were on job. And the next victim was an outspoken woman who dared to criticize Muhammad and the label. Asma bint Marwan in the local market dropped a scolding freestyle straight from the heart. However, as we know by now, once the disrespect and corruption spreads through the land, there's only one way to deal with it. The hit squad branch of the label tracked her down. Inside, they saw the woman sleeping with her 5 children, including a baby in her arms. The assassins removed the baby from Marwan's arms without waking her, before killing her right there on the spot. The news of Muhammad losing rap battles and his opponents turning up dead has reached the next town. Most are afraid, except for Ka'b ibn al-Ashraf, who started an impromptu freestyle dissing Muhammad's losing record and adding he liked old Muhammad better.
Back when you was fat, we all had your back, nigga. You need to go back to that, nigga. Huh? We liked you better as a fat nigga. Huh? We liked you better as a fat nigga. Fat Dre, where he at? Bring him back, nigga. Woo! We liked you better as a fat nigga. You always had some snacks with you. Chicken wing champion, you was that nigga. Loud boy dipping in the sauce. Domino's calling you the boss. PG off the room. Floss the bars holding up the boobs. Before you hit the gym and started dropping jewels, it was BBQs breaking all the rules. You used to send Candace all the news with all the foods, calling all the booze. Boss, nigga, I know you got some red sauce, nigga. Between you and I, put the salads down, put the soups aside. $1 more, we can supersize, and we can supersize on the supersize.
This was the worst attack Muhammad has received on a mic yet. He needed to hold a meeting. A plan was devised to murder the killer MC. The hit squad deceived Cobb into leaving his house. When he did, he was beheaded and his head was brought back to the head of the label. Time goes on and the label grows in strength, but Muhammad doesn't forgive those that spit facts about him. The next victims were Abdullah bin Khattal and his backup singers, Fartana and Kuraiba. Once he was strong enough, Muhammad came back for anyone that slighted him. Only Fartana survived the attack that followed. Things were getting a bit tense within the label also. Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi al-Sar, one of the people on the inside writing down the supposed verses, when he noticed he could interject and add his own lil twist on the verse, which made him realize he could do this on his own, but death threats made him come back to the label. Our final story focuses on two brothers, Ka'b ibn Zuhair and Bujair. Ka'b has been making a name for himself on the independent scene, selling mixtapes and collaborating with the local talent. Bujair was part of the label, and he knows what happens to those who aren't with Muhammad. The brothers exchange letters as Bujair tries to convince his brother to join him. After some time, he convinces Ka'b to come and join the label. All he has to do is swear allegiance to Muhammad. Ka'b does so, and just narrowly escapes getting killed by associate who's eager to prove himself to Muhammad. And this is a cautionary tale of beef in the Arabian coast. Many lives lost and lives changed forever. Even though Muhammad couldn't rap, he knew how to handle beef.